7th of September 1940, the Luftwaffe began a campaign of terror on the streets of London. More than 300 German planes dropped bombs that afternoon and into the following morning. It was the start of an intense period of bombing of the capital and other cities, which became known as the Blitz. Hitler's target was civilians. His aim was to destroy London and break the British spirit. Sally Flood was a young girl in East London when the Blitz started.
I remember the first time going in the shelter. We had a little brick shelter in the yard, you know, of the flats where we lived, and no lights, no windows. Of course, it was really dark in there, and you could hear the bombing, and it was really magnified. It was really bad.
It wasn't just German bombs that killed people during the Blitz. Sally remembers one tragic night sheltering in the Bethnal Green Underground.
They'd put guns into the park right next to it and didn't tell anybody, so we didn't know they were there. And they fired the guns and people panicked thinking it was bombing and charged into the tube, and somebody fell down the escalator, and of course the others followed, because once you're on you can't get off, can you? So there was over 170 that day killed.
Sally was evacuated to Torquay, but when she returned to London, the bombing was even worse.
Everywhere you could see bombed streets, debris everywhere you looked. And of course we knew of people that had been killed, and it was bad. So what you would do, you would shelter all night, work all day, and then back in the shelter again. People were like a family. It was lovely. Everybody was helpful that I remember, you know, and it was lovely, you know. People just got on together, and one family became another family because you spent so much time together. It was just like another family.
The Blitz was an extraordinary experience for those who lived through it. The constant threat of death changed the way people behaved.
All of these things led to Blitz spirit. You know, people were thrown into each other's company. People spoke to each other who never had before. They firewatched, they were in shelters together. And they really did take an interest in each other in a way they hadn't before, because they were all suffering under the same bombs.
Sally Flood agrees that Blitz spirit really did exist and helped many people through the trauma of the bombings.
I think because people were so together, and they were behind everything that was going on. They were actually there, and you felt strong because you wasn't on your own.
75 years on, the Blitz still defines a generation who refused to let Hitler's bombs break their spirit. Charlotte Cross, Forces News, London.